Welcome to another episode of Between the Coast. I'm your host, Fernando, with our stars Cassius and Jared. Today we have another fun episode. We will be covering the NBA Summer League, NBA news, followed by NFL Top 10 QB list, our thoughts on that, and NFL news, and we will finish with a quick FIFA update if we have time. So, Cassius, I'm going to pass the mic to you as we jump into the NBA Summer League.
Yeah, so far it's been super exciting. The top four picks have been balling out. AJ DeBonsa has had some incredible games already, averaging 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2.5 steals, almost 2 blocks. Like they've already pulled him from the summer league. You don't want to risk injury with the kid. And yeah, he even said he's trying to emphasize defense. That's what him and the Wizards are working on, is him showing that he is that defensive style player as well, and that he is that well rounded. So he's trying to emphasize that, and it's kind of coming through. Um, Darian Peterson, as we said, of course, some people have already said no. There's the Jazz are sitting him. He's not sitting himself. Uh, so he also has played 2 games, averaging 23.5 points a game, with almost 2 threes, and 4 assists. But he had that 12 assist game. He's showing he's a walking bucket. He can get pretty much to the basket whenever he wants. But really, we had a little bit of a showdown between our number 3 and number 4th pick, Cameron Boozer, and from the Chicago Bulls, Caleb Wilson. Caleb Wilson, wow. Kudos to you, sir. In his first summer league game, he scored 35 points, which is a debut summer league record. He also had 3 blocks. Last game he just finished yesterday, he had 5 blocks. Kid shot 7 threes in this game. Also, look, let me just put this in perspective. He averaged less than 1 3 in his entire college career. So I think this kid is showing that why he felt he was very confident in his ability and what he could do. The Bulls might have finally scored themselves a dog. And here's the best part about the Caleb Wilson news. After that 35-point game, the only thing he cared about was that they lost still. Now that is someone who wants to get better. But Cam Boozer, 23 points, 6 rebounds. He's been pretty steady, showing what we thought he would be. Very reliable. Probably, like I said, one of the most reliable players in the draft. But yeah, it's been fun so far. Not to mention, Caleb Wilson had a dunk against the Jazz the other day, and even Darian Peterson had to look away. It was like, whew, because it was dirty. So. But yeah, I'm liking where, honestly, this might be one of the best rookie classes we've had in a very long time. So it's going to be a fun season.
Years.
Pretty close, dude. Pretty close.
I don't really have much to add to what he said. Like he said, it's a good class. They got some dogs in there. I think Washington will. Who am I kidding? They might make the play in. It depends, but like, that's so far away from now. But just with their rookie sensation, he gonna do some things in the regular season. Peterson, hell, they're gonna do some things too. They're a young team though, so I think that's the only issue with a lot of these teams, minus AJ's team, Washington. Like they're really young, so I mean you're gonna see this talent, and then once they drop in the rankings, we're gonna be like, what happened to them? But it's like you said, it's a talented class, and they're gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think the last note is too. It's not just the, top 4. Like it's proving to be more. A lot of.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Acuff is balling out. Yaxel for Golden State, dude. I knew he was gonna be a steal, and he's pulling out
from OKC. Who OKC draft?
Oh,
what's his name?
Mara.
I want you to talk about him. Yeah,
Mara
that's what I want you to talk about.
Now it's still early, but It did not. That first game did not look great.
Chet's job is safe, America.
Yes, it is. Mara looks like he was not ready for the NBA, but
At
it's his
all.
first game, so we'll see how he plays for his next couple games. But he looks soft in the hole, which you
As
can't be.
hell.
You can't be at that size. And he just looked uncomfortable, like the whole entire game. It was very strange to see him translate like that, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer for them to get acquainted to the NBA speed, and we'll see how that works out for him. But the good thing is, it's only just the beginning, and he's gonna have plenty of time to watch.
The good thing is he's on the Thunder. That's it.
You're right. That's pretty much it.
It ain't that. It's the beginning, bro. He's getting worked by players way smaller than him. He looks uncomfortable. At least Chet is afraid of Wemby. He ain't afraid of somebody who not gonna make a team, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean,
They look bad. Look bad.
Mara was not the was honest is honestly the biggest surprise that I've seen so far in the summer league in terms of
He is
what he's not
a
doing.
one-way ticket to looking like Darko Milicic. All right,
Oh.
that's it. Anthony Bennett, if it was a higher draft pick, I swear, he ain't doing nothing.
He's gonna become actually, well, no, because I actually like Big Z. Big Z wasn't soft in the hole.
Yeah.
But
All right, Nando.
All right. Any other updates on the summer league before we jump into NBA news around the league?
no, I think that's pretty much it. I think we're getting an early preview of what we're seeing. The only thing that relates to what Jared said is the Wizards are locked in, like, to their stars. Anthony Davis does not look like he's going anywhere. He's actually been at the games with AJ, watching him, supporting him. Trae Young also. They've been hanging out and talking together. They could be a sneaky team in the East this year for sure. Especially if AD and Trae stay healthy. And then to Jared's other point, the Jazz actually had a great end of their season last year and finally figured out their offense. So it'll be interesting to see if they can put it together now, having the starting guard that they needed on that team. So it's going to be a fun season. I'm actually probably more excited than I have been in a while. And of course that leads into probably our next topic. So
Last point. He's right about both things. Like, the Wizards, their biggest thing is health. If they don't stay healthy, it's over. And then the Jazz, they just gotta keep momentum. They'll be fine.
Okay. Any other NBA news that's newsworthy? No?
I mean, if we're talking NBA news, of course, we got to talk a little bit about the Tyler Hero Bam Adebayo altercation.
That fight lasted longer than Conor McGregor.
Ooh, God, I really don't want to get into that because of just how much money that man cost me.
Damn.
Yeah, it was hurtful, dude. It was almost more hurtful than seeing him do that flying leg kick that cost him his entire.
How much?
So my cousin lost about 600. I probably lost about 150. So,
Damn.
yeah. It was not a good weekend in Atlanta. It was wild. But on the fun note, yeah. So according to sources, there were words exchanged at an AAU morning practice where Bam had some choice words for Tyler Hero, who had some comments about him on some of the interviews that he was reading over. And supposedly, Tyler said something to Bam. Bam didn't like what he said, so he gave him the Draymond Green. Gave him a quick punch, which then later that night, while Tyler Hero showed up at one of the Milwaukee Bucks games for Summer League, you could clearly see a little bit of a black eye there. Tyler Hero wants to put it behind him, but guess what? We don't. Because, Tyler, who do you think you're talking to? That man is double your size. Also, that was the only man helping you on that team. What are we talking about here? Also, clearly, You're the one that they wanted to trade because guess what? You go back home to Milwaukee. Bam's not going to Milwaukee, dog. So it's gonna be it's an interesting season. I can't wait till they play each other because there's gonna be some choice words. But again, I think that it makes for an even more exciting, fun season. And Tyler Hero wants to put it behind him because he knows that he gonna end up like Jordan Poole. Oh wait, he already did. Got sent off. So, and we saw that win. Where's Jordan Poole? In Washington still? I think he's still with Washington.
New Orleans.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. See, look at that. It's just a player in the wind now.
They both need to chill the fuck out. I mean, shit. Bam been doing his thing in Miami. Tyler was more so helping Bam, but yeah, like, of course Tyler wants to put it behind him. He fucking lost, but I don't know, man. Neither one of them gonna be in the playoffs. Like, what are we talking about? Oh,
I think the Heat will be in the playoffs still.
I'm sorry, play in. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I was like, I think they'll be, but yeah, it's gonna be the Bucks will not be. I think that they're, of course, in so much of a growing process. There's no way that they are gonna get to a straight top 6 seed. Maybe the play in. But yeah, I think that this was something that clearly was just frustration brewing, and it just ended the wrong way for those guys. But I do think that Bam has no reason to be sorry. Sorry, Tyler. Sorry, Tyler.
All right. Is there any other worthy NBA news going around the league?
So really, we now have officially down to 6 teams. We know it's 4 is the ones he's mainly looking at, but 6 teams are what he said. But according to LeBron, he said he has all the information he needs to make his decision. For one, Tyrese Maxey is leading the 76ers charge with the trio of him, Joel Embiid, and of course, newly acquired Jaylen Brown to bring LeBron to Philadelphia. Of course, we already know Steph Curry, Draymond, they all want him in Golden State. We have also sources that Denver is on the board. We know, of course, him returning home to Cleveland.
First off, I have to stop you. LeBron and Joker.
That would be
nasty.
insane. That would be insane.
Nasty.
I would then automatically say Denver would be a top 3 team then, and they would be back.
Nasty.
Yeah. The Timberwolves are also on that list, which the Timberwolves are my least favorite now. I thought it was fun.
Sense.
It was fun before if they kept Julius Randle or Naz Reid, but now it's Rudy Gobert, those 2 insane YNs in the league, bro. Like, it's gonna be a wild time with those 2. Like, honestly, they're gonna be the most important and like entertaining part of the season. And then yeah, the last team, of course, is Cleveland. So I think
he's either going home or he's going to Golden State. That's the only thing I can think. I don't think he's going to join the 76ers. I just don't.
I really think the 76ers have a team that can convince him, because you also have VJ, dude. Like, that team is stacked.
They're stacked, but does he really want to?
It's a legacy team, though. I mean, it's really what he's chasing, which, again, there's a report that came out with Rich Paul on an interview saying that it's not about rings for LeBron. Then what is it for? What is it about then for LeBron?
Right, you might as well stay in LA.
He's got all the money. He has the accolades. He's done it all. You're telling me he doesn't want to pass? Oh wait, actually, he doesn't want to pass Steph Curry. That's why I don't think he wants to. Exactly. That's why I don't think he wants to join Golden State. You're telling me he doesn't want to tie Kobe at least? He doesn't want to.
He wants to tie Kobe. He can't catch Jordan.
But that's my point. So at the end of the day, like, for Rich Paul to say, "Hey, I don't think it's about ring," what's it about then for him at this point? Because he was just in LA, warm, at the city he wants. He started the company he wanted to. He has the recording studio. He has pretty much everything that he's been looking to do. He has
The
the
only
Olympic gold.
ring,
He just needs the rings now.
the issue is the only ring that will be vindicating enough, and that will count enough is in Cleveland. If you go to Golden State, you're like you said, you help Curry get 5, and now you got 5. If you go to Denver, like let's they won without you. It's been a couple years, but they won without you. They have their foundation. If you go to the Sixers, they're gonna be like you just riding the coattails on your way out.
Yeah.
The only one that matters is Cleveland.
I like the 76ers roster as a whole. I think it's one of the best situations for him because it's not, for one, it's not the Thunder, it's not the Spurs.
Yeah.
Like those are the two teams where if he joined, we'd all say, yeah, he's pulling, you know, we've seen it before.
A Ray Allen.
But I think that he has so much he can offer to a lot of these teams, and of course, the Miami Heat is the other team. They're actually talking about bringing in Klay Thompson, but again, that team would, I think, run the most different out of any of the other teams. I think, like I said, with him going to the Heat, he'd have to be the point guard.
He has to.
Versus everywhere else, he doesn't have to be. He can play his role.
Slash.
He can be exactly do what he wants to do. Help, make
take nights off.
Take nights off. Make the open passes. So it's an interesting world we're in right now. Like I said, that's why I think the season's even more interesting because it's LeBron deciding exactly what the NBA is going to look like. But yeah, that's kind of where we are now with that. But I think we'll have hopefully a decision here within the next couple of weeks on what he wants to do.
Lastly, Clay, just go back to Golden State, bro. Just go back.
Yeah.
All right.
Just go back.
Yeah.
Just go back.
You need to get out. You need to get out of Texas, bro. They don't like you after what you did to Meg.
All right. Anyway.
Like what you did to Meg, brother.
It will be interesting to see, coming up where LeBron decides to take his talents this time. But Cassius, if you'd be kind enough to hit the transition. And at this time, we're going to transition to the NFL. We're going to start it out with the NFL top 10 QB list with our thoughts and opinions.
We have the ESPN top 10 quarterback list. This has been ranked by coaches, executive, and scouts. And why we're talking about this, for one, is because we're getting closer to football season. We want to get you guys ready. Two, if you guys look at the list, there are 2 NFC North quarterbacks on this list, which I think we should start from 10 and then work our way down on kind of some of the thoughts, but we don't touch on all of them. 2 NFC North quarterbacks in the top 10 list in this, so makes it even more interesting.
Well, at number 10, we have Caleb Williams. What are your guys' thoughts? Does he belong in the top 10?
Oh.
I think he does. I did hear this morning there was some pushback from ESPN analysts saying that he does not because he was 28th in completion percentage. But if you actually look at his stats in the second half of the season, he was a top 7 quarterback for QBR, for not only for what he was doing in the game. And of course, there's a lot of things you can't talk about that's statistics. Like what he was able to do, the amount of plays he made in the final couple minutes, those fourth quarter comebacks, all of that led to his growth. And not to mention, that was his first year with a new offense, a new offensive line, basically new weapons other than a few players that he kind of had some history with, a.k.a. Cole Kmet and a little bit of Roma Dunze and DJ Moore. But now I think in his second year, he's going to take that elevated step. He has now that confidence because of this past year that happened. And it's going to take off. I think it's going to be something for him. He was able to use his legs more. I think a next step forward for Caleb and the Bears this season. And that's, of course, not just because I'm a Bears fan. So,
It's totally because he's a Bears fan. Let's just call it what it is. But I will say he is right. Caleb Williams does belong in the top 10.
All right, just plain and simple.
Jared Goff, number 9. Jared, take it away. Take it away with your name, brother.
Yikes. Nah, he's number 10 on this list. You know, he belongs in the top 10. At number 9, not sure if he should be number 9. I actually don't even think Caleb Williams should be number 10. He might be deserved to be a little bit higher, if I'm being honest. But I mean, Jared Goff still has that elite offense. His efficiency stays. He's consistent with his efficiency. He is looking to throw the perfect pass. He's looking to get it to the wide open man, and he consistently does that. So I think Jared Goff he's been a top 10 quarterback past couple years, past couple seasons. He could have been a little higher, just my opinion. But same with Caleb Williams, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I do think to your point that both of them would be over, in my opinion, Drake May. And that's just because of Drake May's season last year. I think piqued a lot of interest and a lot of people giving them that benefit of the doubt. But again, it was, I think, more so based off their schedule. And we saw how he played in the playoffs and how he wasn't really efficient at all. That's more Drake May.
He is here at 8 because he made a Super Bowl run.
Agreed.
That is it.
Agreed.
I think there's an argument for both Caleb and Jared. If I'm being honest, they should be sitting at 6 and 7.
And to be honest, too, I even think that Jordan Love actually has a chance to be on this top as well, with replacing either Justin Herbert or Drake May.
I agree.
But to that point, just adding a little bit more on Jared Goff, he also did prove himself last season. I know, of course, they did end up finishing last, but the detriment of what Jared Goff's play is that he couldn't play in the cold. There's plenty of games he balled out in the cold. So I think last year was much more of a defensive issue on that side. Including Chicago. I know. Don't worry. We'll get you back.
I don't think so, brother.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, and then like I said, with Drake May, honestly, we can just group these three together. Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert. I just don't know. Dak, of course, is such a interesting quarterback topic because he does everything right until it matters.
Last year that wasn't his fault.
It wasn't. No, and that's what I'm saying. It's kind of hit or miss with him. Like there are seasons where he can't do no wrong, and it's not against him at all. And there's seasons where you're like, Dak, what are we doing?
Let's try to stay as current as possible. The previous 2 years, it ain't been Dak's fault. Like the year before last, didn't he blow out his hamstring and he had to have surgery or something like that?
Yep.
And then last year, they started off slow as a team, but Dak was balling.
Yeah, they had no defense though.
The defense fucked it up.
Yeah, they had no defense last year.
So
yeah.
And then Justin Herbert. You want to talk about, like, just looking like the fall from grace. Justin Herbert is a gunslinger, and we do not see that anymore.
Yeah, Justin's a Oregon boy, so I did watch a lot of his college play. I am very much a fan of his play style, but my issue, to your point, is that Harbaugh did not make this team offense based around Justin. It's based around what he does best, which is running the ball.
Run the ball.
And we saw how that worked. Didn't work that well for them. And that honestly, they need to get Justin more accoladed with the way he plays. And that's why honestly I'm surprised they have him at 7. He did have still a great season last year somehow. But I think that he honestly should be in pretty close to that top 5 category. But last year's play does have him in this, honestly, the 7 to 10.
He's only 7 to 10 because if we want to talk about the top 5, like Josh Allen, I mean, he was one fumble away from going to the AFC Championship game again. Patrick Mahomes blew his knee out. Matthew Stafford's MVP.
Which I don't know if you noticed that, but your boy Patrick Mahomes is not number one for the first time since
Oh,
2022.
I noticed it. But like I
First
said,
time.
Josh Allen was one fumble away from going back to the AFC Championship game. Patrick Mahomes blew out his whole knee. And Matthew Stafford won MVP. Joe Burrow was on a terrible team, barely played last year, and still balled out. But that's Joe Burrow. And then Lamar Jackson was very average.
So I
But
guess
they're not going to put him. They're not going to put any of those people
let me ask you
outside
though:
the top five.
do you think Lamar deserves to be at 5?
He had them in that game. He had them in their elimination game by his damn self too. It was the kicker. Like he was going crazy.
So honestly, the top 5 is I think a very interesting set point. I do think Josh Allen is the best quarterback. I've said that, especially over the last couple of years.
Currently
We've seen it.
yes.
Currently, yes. I know Jared's not gonna like it. I know.
Let me hold my mic. Whoa.
I would not have Patrick at 2 right now.
The disrespect.
Wait, I would have him at 3. I'd have him at 3 because I would put Matthew Stafford at 2. And that's only because if we're talking about elevating your team, that is what he did last year. He almost got into the Super Bowl with also no defense whatsoever. I know Patrick blew that out, but before that, Patrick was having a rough season to begin with. They did not look.
Was ass. They had no defense and they had an old ass offense. And on top of that, if that's the case, Matthew Stafford. Let's just clear it all out the way at this point in time. If that's the case, Matthew Stafford should be number 1.
I think he does have a case. He should definitely have his case as number 1.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Everybody on this list, nobody won the Super Bowl last year. Just throwing that out there.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. And not to mention, like I said, I think with Matthew, the question marks came at the beginning of his season with his back, and people were saying that he didn't even know if he was going to play. And then he has one of the best seasons he's ever had in his entire career. Wins MVP, almost takes them to the Super Bowl with literally a haggard defense as well. Like, dude balled out, and that's where I think, if we're talking to your point, if we're going season to season, I think he does have a case for 1. I would put him in that 1-2 between him and Josh Allen, and then Patrick Mahomes would be 3 for me, only because of reputation. But I do need to see more from Pat, because they have so many comparisons to Tom, but we saw what Tom did even when he didn't have the Randy Moss or the Gronks or you know what I mean. He led a team still, even with no pieces on that team.
Let's not act like Tom Brady didn't have a 10-year hiatus from going to the Super Bowl. Let's not act like that didn't happen.
Oh, I agree, but they were always still there.
And
I know we've only had really one season of kind of an off year of Pat, but it still feels strange.
It does feel strange, but their careers are still very much mirroring each other. Tom Brady, the only difference between Tom Brady and Pat at this point is when they blew their knees out. Tom did it before the season, and Pat did it at the very end. That's it. Other than that, they're still. I think.
Oh, he's still elite.
We're about to enter the phase of Patrick Mahomes. Like, for the next 4 or 5 years, they're not winning the Super Bowl. They're not. Yeah. I don't think they are. I could be wrong. I don't think they are. We're going through the down phase.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it once we start going through summer camp or through training camps. But I did not really like some of their picks.
Right.
I thought they could have done more in the offseason. They're still dealing with this Rashee Rice news. Travis Kelce's coming back still, which we'll see how he looks. I feel like he's been a little distracted.
That's Travis Kelce.
I mean, he just got married. He's been doing, TV appearances, his podcast. Like, he does a lot. And I'm not saying that puts away from anything of him working hard, but he's also getting older. But yeah, and then kind of relating to the end of this list, 4, 5, I think it's a little disrespectful to have Lamar at 5. I think he can be a 4. I think he could be 3 even. I think Pat could fall to low as 4. Just coming from last year. Because to your point, Lamar literally piggybacked his team. Piggybacked that team.
He was hurt too.
And he piggybacked that team. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm like, we're talking about
he had
multi-time MVP.
He had more help than Patrick Mahomes, bro.
It's true, but if we're also talking about it, a lot of his playoff losses and his playoff defeats have also come
But
off the hands of Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, literally anyone but him in a few aspects. I know he's
yeah,
had his game where it's been his fault, but we've also seen most recently, the last couple of years, he's done everything that he could do. And even with the way they started the season, they were still in it in the end until, to your point, his team dropped the ball.
they're going to. I just want everybody to notice what Kansas City has done. Okay, one of the things they have done is they went and got K9. Okay, like they haven't had an elite run game in years. It's just been all on Pat. So like with them having a run game, it should look a lot different. It should
I
look a lot different.
I need to see what Kansas City's line looks like because that was their issue last year. That
Do you think it was their issue? But do you think K9 really would have went there if they didn't revamp that shit?
they addressed it, but I think also he knew that the Seattle Seahawks had different plans for what was going forward, especially with Zach Charbonnet is still there. And they just I can't remember the rookie they picked up, but like they had sets to I think move on from Kenneth no matter what. So I think at the end of the day, like yes, I think they will address it. It was one of the biggest issues last year. It's also why Patrick Mahomes was under fire so much because he had to kind of fight for his life a little.
Running for his life.
Which leads a little bit to Joe Burrow. I think he deserves to be in a top 5 no matter what if he stays healthy. He's a top 3 quarterback for me if this man plays through an entire season.
He played the least amount of games on this whole
and
list.
and still almost finished top of passing yards and passing touchdowns. He's an animal. He's an animal. I mean, so at the end of the day, if he can stay healthy and they improve the line, they actually have a defense that some could say based off the players they picked up. And I think that this might be his return year. And if it is, the AFC better watch out because it's going to be hard to beat that team, especially if he's talking like he's going to be mean Joe Burr. He's saying he's LSU Joe Burr with a cigar in his mouth.
Joe Burrow is the modern day Dan Marino. He ain't getting back. There's too much in the AFC, man. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I would say it's Joe Burrow.
It's not his fault.
But that's the
It's
thing.
team.
But here's the thing though. I think Joe is too good and too smart to stick with this team forever if he knows they're not going to stay. So even if Joe, if they can't get it done this year or next year, I think after that he will say, as much as I love playing with Jamar, as much as I love playing with T. Higgins, I need to do what's best for me. He may leave after that. Because at the end of the day, if he feels he's stuck, what do? You find the better team. I mean, look at I'm not comparing team-wise, but you guys both had offensive monsters. Matthew Stafford with the Lions. Did you ever think Matthew Stafford was going to leave? Like, really leave?
The city? Yeah, I can honestly say his last year, I think the city of Detroit knew it was over. He was not playing how he once was. He wasn't pushing the ball down the field. He was very uninterested. Like, the film showed that, the game showed that. And Matthew Stafford, he's a gunslinger, like a lot of the people on this list. Minus Lamar. Sorry, Lamar. And yeah, we weren't seeing that his last year in Detroit. And then shortly after, that news broke the minute the season was over. So, yeah. we knew he was going to be gone.
But yeah.
And part of it was he didn't want to hire Dan Campbell. I remember hearing that. But
I think that Joe is reinvigorated this year for this season because they finally made the moves that they said they were supposed to make, honestly, 2-3 years ago. Like, your team went to a Super Bowl, and you guys basically did what my White Sox did after the 2005 World Series after we won. You just ripped the team apart, and you just kept some of the best players. And guess what? you still need those other players. So at the end of the day, I think that Joe might do it this season in terms of getting back to that echelon. But to your point, I don't think they'll win it this year. But I also can't count Joe out, because if he has even a slightly better defense than what he's had, and he can stay healthy, and Jamar and him are throwing that ball deep, dude, I don't see them not being a playoff team this year.
You see how he made mention of his White Sox because they're in first place, Nando?
I
You see
did.
how he did that? He ain't talked about them White Sox since we known him in 2013.
It's been
Now all of a
rough.
sudden
It's
they
been
in
a
first place.
rough 10
He wanna
years,
mention
brother.
them. I'm done with him. Go ahead.
Rough.
Go ahead,
rough.
Nando. I'm done with him. I don't know him. He think I don't know.
It's been a
Well,
rough,
hold on, wait.
rough couple
Before
years.
you take the list down, Jared, I want to hear how you think the top five should be. Because I heard Cassius's, but I want to hear how you would rank the top five and what order they would be.
Matthew Stafford definitely should be 1 or 2. I think pound for pound right now, Josh Allen is the best quarterback though. But if I had to rank them top 5, I would say Matt Stafford, Josh Allen. I'm going to say, because Cassius brought up a great point about like the Bengals did try this offseason, and Joe was still slinging that thing at the end of last season. He barely played any games. I can see Joe Burrow at 3 and Mahomes at 4. But Lamar does stay at 5, if I'm being honest. Like Lamar still ain't pushing that thing down the field. And unless we see him really play from the pocket and stop all the scrambling stuff.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it'll be interesting to see what their new head coach, Todd Monken, does
There's that.
with that offense. So
And they still have Derrick Henry, who's a fucking monster, and he's like 33. Like Derrick Henry is not slowing down.
And honestly, it's even more interesting too, because Lamar is technically is getting a Ben Johnson coaching tree in Declan Doyle. So he is the offensive coordinator there. It'll be interesting to see what he implements. Maybe tries to not have Lamar be so bulldoggy this year. You know, like, you don't need to take as many hits, dude. Just get the ball out of your hands, dump it off.
He is looking. It's all check downs into the tight ends, and they don't have a big body receiver unless they drafted somebody. Who they draft again?
Well, it's crazy too that they got rid of Isaiah Likely and kept Mark Andrews.
Right.
That was the other issue.
Crazy.
So
Likely was hurt last year for a portion too, so I think that played a role into it. But they need a big body receiver.
I'm sorry. I would rather take a man who was injured a little bit than a man who dropped the ball in the end zone.
That was 2 years ago, bro.
He did it last year too. What are you talking about? He did it both. He did it 2 years in a row.
No, last year was the kicker blowing it.
Yes, but there was a game where Mark Andrews also dropped. Actually, he was.
I thought we were.
Yeah, no. Mark is not on my happy list.
They need a big body receiver. They do. Everybody has one.
Let's see.
I would try to act like I know who the Bears one is. I almost said Luther, but I feel like he's gonna tell me I'm wrong.
Rome is actually bigger than Luther.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't look like it, but he's actually.
Rome needs to not hurt his ankle celebrating before he get cut and end up with the 49ers or something like that. Shit.
Oh no, he knows better now. He knows better. Doesn't look like they drafted any wide receivers this year.
That's what I'm saying. They're dependent on a receiver that's like my height.
No, they did take the rookie tight end Matthew Hibner from SMU.
Again, another tight end.
Another tight end.
He throw it to.
Yep. And then they took Jacoby Lane from USC, but he is not big. He's speed.
How big is
He's actually 6'4", 200 pounds.
Okay, that's a big
So
body.
he's
That's a
at
big
least
body.
some type of big body.
But they need a big body. Like everybody has one. Like Cassius says, his Rome on the Bears. Obviously, Justin Jefferson is the Minnesota's big body. Like I'm trying to think
Well,
of
and to your point,
who
maybe that's a part of the reason that as much as Rasheed Rice, we give him slack, and
big body.
he he does implement that. You got,
And
I
Josh
mean,
Allen doesn't really have one. He has Shakir. He ain't no big body.
well, that's where I think they're trying to get Keon Coleman to step up. But now they have DJ Moore,
There's that big body. So it goes back to my point. Like you
Jameer
need a big
Chase.
body
Yeah,
receiver.
yeah, it makes sense. You just need those different type of wide receivers, and I
A
feel like
jump ball
the last
receiver.
couple, the last couple of years for the Ravens, their offenses look the same. It's speed guys, it's undervalued wide receivers, which are nice to have, but at the end of the day, like Rashad Bateman does somehow miraculously have a great season or like a decent season every year, but it's like he's clearly not the guy that you need him to be to make this team better. So um I have Josh 1, Matt 2. I'd actually put Lamar 3, Pat 4, Joe 5. Then 6, I would put Goff.
7 needs to be Caleb.
I was gonna say 7 would be Caleb, 8 would be
8,
Dak,
Dak.
9 would actually be Jordan Love for me,
Hmm.
and then 10 would be Justin Herbert, and then Drake May would probably be my 11. But it'd be between him and Sam Darnold because I can't digress what Sam Darnold has done over the last couple of years.
I mean, Sam Darnold balled out. He's been balling out the past couple of years. And honestly, if it wasn't Sam or if it wasn't Jordan, then the third option, it would have to be Baker. I mean,
Oh yeah.
but he fell
Oh
apart
yeah.
last year at the very,
And
very end.
and he had a
It would
lot of
have to be
injuries,
Baker.
and his team had a lot of injuries as well. So I definitely think he can make that comeback and be back in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, Baker. Yeah, Baker, man, dog.
Oh,
I
the
think
doggiest. They need to pay him. Pay the man.
Yeah, they need to pay Baker.
I think after this next season, Jaden Daniels will be in the top 10.
No, he won't.
No, you don't think so?
Mm-mm.
I think he will.
I need to see him be healthy for a full season again.
Well, yeah.
He's a
healthy.
one way. Listen, this is the second coming of RG3. All right.
Oh no. Oh no. I mean, here's my issue too is that team isn't necessarily getting younger on the offensive side. Defensive side, they're trying to rebuild again. But Terry McLaurin is I think 30, almost 30 this year. He's actually been in the league for a long time. And now that they're not getting Brandon Ayuk, like
Who the hell wants Brandon?
no one now. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, you need some weapons on that team to help Jaden get out of there because we know he can't play. I don't think he can be Lamar Jackson for multiple years. He can't be that guy who uses his legs consistently and run it because, for one, he's smaller. And for two, we know it could turn into, unfortunately, like an RG3 situation. And we don't want that for him. So he has to play smarter. He has to change his game a little. And he almost has to play very similar to how Patrick Mahomes has played his career. Knows when to run the ball, knows when to get to the pocket, but get out of field. Run on the sideline. Dump the ball off. Throw it away. And we'll see. Hopefully he's learned. It's his third year and he can take that jump. But I think he'll be top 15. I don't know if he will crack top 10, but it'll be an interesting season to see. So,
All right, and with that, unfortunately, we ran out of time. But just a shout out to Spain beating France today in the quarterfinals. They'll be in the finals either against Argentina or England. TBD. Their game is tomorrow, so we shall see.
it's
It's
last
gonna be Argentina.
I hope
I
not.
agree.
But last shout out, little baseball news actually. Shout out to Jordan Walker from the St. Louis Cardinals. Midwest news. That's why I want to bring this up. Home Run Derby was yesterday. Really quickly, the man stole the show. He's only making about $800K because he is on his rookie contract. Winner gets $1 million. Facing all odds, he is the first Cardinal to ever win the Home Run Derby, and needed one home run to beat Kyle Schwarber of the hometown team Philly. Not to mention, the man was getting booed, and he hit 6 straight home runs, including had one pitch left to beat him and did it. Good for you. This kid's got fucking ice in his veins. If I'm getting booed by an entire stadium and I'm still knocking home runs against your homeboy, dude, give him the $1 million. Watch out for this kid. He's gonna be a beast. So, just wanted to throw that out there.
But before we conclude, make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to all of our channels. And as always, thank you for joining the best in the Midwest. And join us next time for another episode of Between the Coast.
See ya.